My name is Claire Delton. I am the real long-lost daughter of the Delton family. I was just brought back home before my own parents, and my 3 brothers, personally sent me to prison. The day I went to prison was also the day Hollow Reach's Grandmaster withdrew from the world. When the Grandmaster fell, the world's spiritual energy dried up. In 10 years, the long-lived died, and prosperous lost fortunes. The houses cut ties to protect themselves, and waited in silence. They were all waiting for the prophesied new Grandmaster to appear, to remake heaven and earth and set the world right again.
Grandmaster, before withdrawing, you once said, "When golden light appears, the new Grandmaster will be born." This is wonderful. Mr. Calvert Sr. can be saved.
The new Grandmaster. The Grandmaster has awakened. The Barker family. There's hope for the Barkers.
The Calverts. Listen.
Barker family members,
Come with me to welcome the new Grandmaster. Yes, sir.
check everything carefully. Every detail must be reviewed thoroughly.
Mr. Delton Sr. stressed it again. There can't be the slightest mistake.
Understood. Wow, Mr. Delton Sr. is really serious about this. He's making us wait in front of the hall to welcome the new Grandmaster. We're taking the lead this time. From now on, our family's say in the Delton family is really going to.
Paige, you've always been the elder's favorite. In a minute, do your best. Make the best possible impression on the new Grandmaster and try to let her take you as her personal servant, okay?
Don't worry, Mom. I'll make an impression.
Good.
Mr. Delton, Mrs. Delton, congratulations. The new Grandmaster chooses to stay with the Deltons. That's really enviable. So, what rare treasure did you offer? To win her favor?
Oh, we're not that wealthy. How could we afford some priceless treasure?
Oh,
We merely offered a blood covenant. With the 38 blood relatives in our family, along with all future descendants, we'll bind ourselves to her. We will serve the new Grandmaster for all eternity.
serving the new Grandmaster for eternity? Mr. Delton, Mrs. Delton, that's thoughtful.
To be able to serve the new Grandmaster is our honor. Mr. Mower, Pratt. This is my daughter. She returned from studying at a prestigious overseas school. From now on, she'll serve the Grandmaster personally. Paige, Mr. Mower and Mr. Pratt, say hello.
Mr. Mower, Mr. Pratt.
Hello, there. Hey, is she the real daughter who was found 10 years ago? The biological daughter they brought back before committed a crime and went to prison. Oh, right. That's enough. Hey. That's enough.
It's okay, Mr. Mower, Mr. Pratt. My sister was in prison 10 years. Today is her release day. My brothers went to pick her up.
Pick her up? Hell no.
The Delton family is welcoming the new Grandmaster.
Why bring that bad luck jinx back here?
Exactly. Today is a huge day for our family. Don't let her come home and bring bad luck.
Sir, I've told the prison not to send her back here.
Don't send her back. A stain like her is better off dead outside.
The Grandmaster has arrived.
Better off dead outside?
Dad. So this is how the Delton family welcomes me?
Claire Delton. Claire Delton.
Why are you here?
Why am I here? Right. The Delton family never imagined that the scapegoat they personally threw in prison would ever come back, let alone return as the new Grandmaster. I thought prison was the end for me too. But in there, I ran into a Grandmaster who'd lived 3,000 years. Heartbroken, she split into 7 personas, neither good nor evil, and imprisoned herself there. Because my past was like hers, she took me as her student and passed on all 3,000 years of her power. Ms. Thorburn said, when I walked out of prison, the world's order would be reset. And I would take her place and be known to the world as Grand Master.
Claire Delton. You're an ex-convict now that you're out. Just stay gone. Who said you could come back? Your family.
Invited me here.
What?
It was your family. Who invited me here?
What?
Let's welcome the new Grandmaster. Grandmaster Claire, the top 10 families of Greyhaven would like to extend our welcome.
The Calvert family is willing to offer its 3 spirit veins.
The Greyhaven Delton family.
Go on.
The Delton family is willing to honor you as the family's guardian also. 38 members of the Delton family and all their descendants wish to form a pact with you and serve by your side forever. Here's the roster.
What you said. True.
The blood pack's here. If Delton family breaks it, the Delton bloodline will end, and its fortune will collapse at once.
Spread word. I'll stay with the Delton family and raise them higher. Only because I'm quite interested in the extended family of the Deltons.
Yes.
Inform Delton family, tonight. I'll attend the banquet on time.
The Delton family wagered generations just to get the new Grandmaster to stay. You think an ex-convict like you deserve to be here? Get lost before the Grandmaster gets here.
The new Grandmaster only needs one servant by her side. Claire must have come back. For that.
Yes.
She got out of prison, so she needs this chance more than I do. Mom, Dad, don't fight Claire over me. I'll leave.
Paige.
Claire, I'm glad you're out, but tonight's banquet isn't for you. Go find a hotel and stay there. Stop making a scene here.
Claire Delton. Are you deaf? We already said this banquet is to welcome the new Grandmaster, not celebrate your release. Now get out.
Claire. New Grandmaster is staying with the Delton family. Great honor. You got out of prison. If you want to serve her, you shouldn't rush it. Let me help you first.
Paige Delton. You're covered in bad karma. It's even overshadowing the Delton family's luck. If trash like you gets to serve Grandmaster. The Delton family is finished.
Claire, those years behind bars did a number on you. How can you curse the family?
Who do you think you are? How dare you slander Paige? If I, as your brother, don't teach you a lesson today, you'll really hit your toe on somebody.
Ah.
Paige. Wyatt. What are you doing?
How did I slap Paige in the face?
You should be grateful. You hit Paige Delton if you touched me. The entire Delton family would be buried with you.
Oh. I get it now. So this was your doing. You never change. You're still trying to hurt Paige. If I don't land this slap right across your face today, I won't deserve the name Delton.
What's all this noise? What's going on? Today is the day we welcome Grandmaster Claire. Is everything ready?
Dad, details have been checked. No problems. Why are you here so early?
I just got word. The heads of the Calvert and Barker families are on their way here.
The Calvert family? They're here to ask the new Grandmaster for help. I heard Mr. Calvert Sr. is dying. Only the new Grandmaster can save him.
And the Barker family, too. If they can get help from her, then the Deltons will have control. Over them, too, exactly.
With Grandmaster's blessing, they'll all have to follow our lead. By then, the Delton family will become Orem's #1 family. Who dares look down on us then?
So tonight, nothing can go wrong. Is Rainhall fully set up yet?
Grandpa, Rainhall has been prepared to the highest standard. Everything needed is ready.
Good. The Delton family's century of prosperity begins today. Ollie.
Yes.
It's getting late. The new Grandmaster must be on her way. Go wait for her at the gate. Make sure she feels the Delton family's sincerity.
Understood. Understood, Grandpa.
Grandpa, everything was ready. We were waiting for the new Grandmaster. But now, there's a problem.
What problem?
Grandpa, it's Claire. She spent and got out today. She wants to join us to welcome the new Grandmaster.
Mrs. Calvert Sr., per your instructions, the Calvert family has donated half its assets to building Hillbrook Hope School. After those good deeds, the new Grandmaster finally relented and sent over a photo of her.
A photo of... This new Grandmaster is actually the Delton family's eldest daughter.
Matt, are you out of your mind? How can you let a prisoner stand here with us to welcome the new Grandmaster? What if she makes a fool of us?
Yeah, Matt. The new Grandmaster invited your extended family, so she probably doesn't know your family has a prisoner, right?
Claire Delton, you ingrate. Didn't you hear what everyone said? Get out of here now.
Claire, I know you resent the family. Today really isn't the time for you to throw a fit. Take these jewels for now and calm down.
Cheap, filthy junk. Take it away.
Mom, these are the most valuable pieces of jewelry I own. Grandpa gave them to me at last year's banquet.
Claire Delton, Paige kindly offered you her jewelry and you threw it on the floor. I ought to beat you to death.
Stop. Claire? Technically, you are blood of the Delton family, so you do have the honor of welcoming the new Grandmaster. But you grew up away from the family. And in every way, your conduct is far from that of a Delton. The Delton family was willing to take you in after prison. That was mercy enough. At an occasion like this, you shouldn't be here. You should leave first.
Exactly. An ex-convict has no place here today. She'd offend the new Grandmaster. That'd be an offense.
Did you hear that? Now get out. You'd better think this through.
If I leave this banquet today, it probably won't happen.
Claire Delton.
You're refusing easy way and asking for the hard. Dare you threaten Grandpa? Guards! Drag her out. The Calvert family and the Barker family heads have arrived. The Barker family of Greyhaven presents a deed to an overseas mining property and a pair of gold earrings. The Calvert family of Greyhaven presents a pair of ancient elixir herb and one premium purple ginseng root.
The Calverts congratulate the Deltons on gaining the new Grandmaster's favor.
I thank you both, heads of the families.
This is from the family head, prepared for the Deltons' extended family.
Black gold carts.
Usable at all Barker family establishments. Congratulations to extended family for winning the new...
See that? Our family has the new Grandmaster's favor. Even the heads of those great families are looking at us differently now.
Specially instructed by Mrs. Calvert Sr. is renowned for her talent. I'm sure in the Delton family, she'll serve the new Grandmaster closely.
Everhart.
Take this necklace as a small token of admiration. Please accept it, Miss Page.
That's the necklace that sold for $1 billion at auction.
Thank you, Mrs. Calvert Sr.
The Calvert family values Miss Page. They must know she has some quality the new Grandmaster would like.
Oh, Paige, my precious girl. You've really made me proud. Unlike some jinxes. Still shamelessly standing there. Do you have to drag the Delton family's name through the mud?
Paige, you're the star tonight. You have to leave the best impression on the new Grandmaster.
Mom. It's just...
What's wrong, Paige?
It's just that Claire is the one with the Delton's true bloodline. I wonder if seeing the new Grandmaster favor me might make her feel upset.
Who cares? She doesn't belong here.
Dad. At such an important event. That brat really...
You hear that? If you know what's good for you, get out now. Don't stand here shamelessly.
You want me gone? Fine. But don't say I didn't warn you. Don't say I didn't warn if I walk out today, then someday, even if you kneel and beg me on your knees, still won't come back.
Beg you? You ungrateful. You got a big mouth. You'll offend the new Grandmaster. Dad. I suggest we enforce family rules now and cast her out. From now on, whether she lives or dies. It has nothing to do with the Delton family. Our family already has the new Grandmaster's favor. We're about to rise fast. We have to completely erase Claire Delton, that stain on our past, if we want to...
Find the new Grandmaster and the great families value us so highly, we can't leave any stain behind. I hereby announce, effective immediately, Claire Delton is expelled from the Delton family. Her name is struck from the family record. From this day on, the Delton family has no ties to her.
Well done, Delton family. Today, I'm not the one breaking the pact. It's the Delton family who has no place for me. Miss Thorburn. My bond to the Delton family is over, my obsession is gone, and my path is clear. I can now care for the world and help the people.
Wait. Grandpa, if I remember the family rules right, a daughter cast out must kneel before the fire pot and write the disownment contract. Claire Delton, I'm not letting you walk out of this house untouched, and I definitely won't give you a chance to come back.
That's right. The disownment. Otherwise, even if she leaves today, someday, she'll come crawling back.
And someone this shameless. If she doesn't sign it, who knows what she'll do later, using the Delton name to do God knows what.
This family is too small for someone as great as you. Cutting ties is best for both sides.
Dad, Jake, and the kids make a good point. She may be my own flesh and blood, but for the Delton family's future, today, I have to put the family first.
Grandpa.
Paige is right. The family rules. Can't be broken. Perfect. Before Grandmaster Claire arrives, let the heads of the two families serve as witnesses. Today, the Delton family will clear the house. We will sever ties with Claire Delton. Steward, bring the fire pot, the knife, and the contract.
Yes, sir. Miss, kneel down.
Do you know what price the Delton family will pay for cutting me off?
Price? Have you been in prison so long you're not thinking straight?
Claire Delton, don't blame us for showing no mercy. Kneel and sign it yourself. Or else.
If I kneel, I'm afraid Delton Manor won't withstand that blessing.
B asterisk TCH. Still talking tough?
Ah.
Wyatt!
She got out of prison.
How is she this strong? You, dark magic did you use on me?
Want me to kneel? You people don't deserve it.
Wyatt. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Claire, how can you use those filthy tricks you learned in prison against Wyatt?
Oh, that's how it is. You animal, you got the nerve to fight back?
Claire, don't be stubborn. If you sign this disownment paper, I will give you $1 million. Fair enough?
A prisoner. You could work your... The Delton family can't be dragged down by a prisoner like you. Sign it now. Then get out.
Once this blood oath is signed, the pact is broken. The Delton family line will be severed, and its fortune will collapse. When day comes that the Deltons fall, all of you don't regret.
Regret it? Kicking out a jinx like you is the best thing ever.
You put on a show. I'll count to 3. If you don't sign, forget $1 million. You won't get a dime. 3, 2, sir. The heads of Calvert and Barker have arrived.
What?
What?
Ha ha ha. Mrs. Calvert Sr., Mr. Barker, what an honor. Sorry I didn't greet you sooner. Don't take it to heart.
Oliver Delton. Congratulations, the Delton family has double the joy today.
Double the joy?
Right.
Damn. Do they know Claire got out today?
I have. Photo of Grandmaster Claire.
Oh,
One look. You'll understand.
oh.
Mr. Oliver. Oliver, bad news. Something happened in the main hall. You need to come quick.
What? Please excuse me.
The 2 great families are already here. The new Grandmaster will likely arrive any minute.
Dad, there's no time. We have to get rid of this disgrace now. Otherwise, she'll offend our honored guests.
Waiting for, hold down, make her sign it.
Enough. Shut up. You are morally corrupt, and you show no remorse. You keep making mistakes. Though you carry Delton blood, you don't deserve to be a Delton. Kneel right now, sign the disownment letter and leave. Or else, don't blame me for using force.
If you dare force me, the Delton family will truly be finished.
You're still mouthing off? If I don't make you bleed today, you really won't know who's the one in trouble. What did you do to my face? What did you do?
Wyatt! Claire, Wyatt was helping you draw blood, and hurt him instead? You're vicious.
Vicious? If you dare humiliate me again, don't blame me for casting aside our last bit of family bond. Today is the start of your nightmare.
The new Grandmaster is coming here today, and you dared make me bleed.
And hurt my brother? Someone hold her down.
I'll do it.
Ah. My hand.
You.
What did you do to me?
You.
We can't delay. Get stick.
Right.
Handle it now. Get her out.
Get me a stick too.
Claire Delton. It's not like we didn't give you a chance to leave with dignity, but you didn't take it. Now don't blame us for being ruthless.
Claire Delton, you're getting thrown out by your own father at the Delton family's banquet. Welcome the new Grandmaster. Let's see how you'll ever have the nerve to stay in Stonecross.
Humiliate new Grandmaster, and heaven will strike. May 1,000 arrows pierce hearts. The Delton family should suffer. Deltons, this is only the beginning.
What did she just say?
Didn't catch it. What? Why is there suddenly a earthquake?
Could it be that Claire's stubborn rebellion and disobedience angered heaven, and this is divine punishment?
How did this happen? Then will the new still stay with our family?
It's her. Everything was fine today, but ever since she showed up, everything's gone wrong.
Matt, you're her father. Handle this now.
1.
That's right. This is the debt you brought onto the Delton family. Deal with it now. If the Delton family fails to make a good impression on the new Grandmaster, you'll be responsible for this.
Yes. Claire Delton. The Delton family has no room for you anymore. Whether you want to or not, you're leaving. Today, I'll have you sign this dissolution contract. From now on, we're strangers. Put your thumbprint on it.
I'll sign the dissolution contract, but like I said, make sure. Don't regret this.
Regret this? The Delton family is on the what would we regret? If anything to regret. It's bringing you back 10 years ago and being stained by you. That's what we really regret.
Claire Delton. If you keep making trouble and bring down heavenly disaster, disrupting the new Grandmaster's stay with the Delton family, I have 1,000. No. 10,000 ways to deal with you.
Claire Delton. Put thumbprint on it. That way I might still think a little better of you.
Thorburn.
Did you hear that?
Return to the Delton family. Worldly ties are over. My inner path is complete.
Dad, dissolution contract is signed. Our family finally got rid of this stain.
Good, good. Now the Delton family can rightfully welcome the new Grandmaster.
Claire, I'm not just calling you bad luck for nothing. Ever since you got here has looked terrible. But the moment you signed dissolution contract, Grandpa's face looked rosy again.
See, a jinx is a jinx. Only by kicking her out can the Delton family rise to the top.
Deltons. It's time to pay your debt.
Dad,
Grandpa.
Dad, the old man.
Dad,
Dad, are you all right?
Claire, did you have to make it come to this? Are you happy now?
Grandpa is in condition. How are we supposed to welcome Grandmaster now?
You ungrateful daughter. Look what you've done. Do you have to destroy the Delton family before you'll be satisfied?
Get out. Get out of the Delton family. If Grandpa ends up seriously hurt today, I will never let you off.
Enough.
Stop arguing.
Today, Grandmaster will visit the Delton family. As long as we wait for Grandmaster, he'll keep Grandpa safe. The Delton family will turn disaster into fortune. Claire, why aren't you gone yet?
Get out. Now.
Get out.
Get out.
Get out. Out. Now. Get out. The new Grandmaster. Grandmaster is here.
Dad, look, Grandmaster is here.
The head of the Barker family.
The head of the Calvert family.
We welcome you, Grandmaster Claire.
What? Rise.
Thank you, Grandmaster Claire. Mrs. Calvert's.
Mr. Barker, have you made a mistake? Claire is our family's. What am I to your family?
An ex-con? A jinx? Something else?
What? Delton family. Humiliated. Grandmaster Claire.
Outrageous. Pass the word. Throughout financial world, issue of full.
Grandmaster Claire? You mean Claire? Claire the new Grandmaster?
How is that possible? How could she be the new Grandmaster?
You've got it wrong.
Mrs. Calvert Sr. Mr. Barker, did you make a mistake? My sister got out of prison. How is she the new Grandmaster?
Exactly.
We have a photo of the new Grandmaster. And we were guided by golden light. There is no mistake.
Could it be?
There is no way.
Who would have thought that the new Grandmaster would be the daughter the Delton family cast out?
No.
Impossible. I don't believe it. She's obviously just a lowly ex-con.
Mrs. Calvert Sr., you two family heads. Have you mistaken her for someone else? She is the Delton family's cast-off daughter. She has bad character. And because of a crime, she's even been to prison.
How dare you? Claire's identity is not for you to question.
Oh,
Grandmaster Claire only helped because of blood ties, favor to your third-rate Delton family. That was her grace. And you were too blind to see it. And humiliated her instead. No wonder Grandmaster Claire said she interested in your branch. We failed Grandmaster Claire. And failed Heaven's grace.
you wretched fools.
Wait. Mrs. Calvert Sr., you said you'd seen the photo, and because of that photo, you recognized the new Grandmaster. But look, Claire has been wearing a veil. So how can you be sure the person in the photo is really her?
Exactly.
Mrs. Calvert Sr. So you've only seen a photo and never met the Grandmaster in person. Photos can be misleading. Besides, Claire wears a veil. How can you be sure the person in the photo is my sister?
Then I saw the news about the Delton family. In the news, there is Grandmaster Claire's photo.
Mrs. Calvert Sr., you mean the news from 10 years ago, my sister arrested for group promiscuity? It seems everyone knows about it now. But that only proves one thing.
What?
The new Grandmaster must be one who holds the world in her heart, able to maintain order among the great families. Would someone like my sister? With loose morals and a criminal record. Worthy of that?
True, Grandmaster is the one who controls world order. If that were someone morally corrupt, wouldn't the world be doomed? Mrs. Calvert Sr. hasn't seen her face, yet she's certain it's her. A little hasty?
Yeah, exactly. It really is too hasty. I'd rather believe the Earth will explode in the next second than believe she's the Grandmaster.
Group sex and forced prostitution. Indeed. Every single thing I just said is morally corrupt and against the law.
Oof. All heard that, right? She admitted it. She's morally corrupt, breaks the law, and not good.
Hey, Claire. What's done is done. Let it stay in the past, okay? You don't need to bring it up. But don't keep making mistake after mistake. Hurry and tell Mrs. Calvert Sr. You're not Grandmaster Claire.
When did I ever say that what I just mentioned were my crimes?
Claire. Are you senile or what? Weren't you arrested for those exact charges? And sent to prison 10 years ago?
I was arrested and imprisoned. But the real culprit was someone else.
Who?
I'm the real culprit.
Ha? Paige,
What are you saying?
What happened to me? Why can't I control my mouth?
Paige. You said you were the real culprit. What does that mean?
10 years ago, I had group sex for $50,000 and I tried to use Claire out.
you.
Why is my mouth not under control? Why am I saying this in front of all these people? I'm done for.
Wild. The culprit confessed? Is she wrong? She's exposing herself. This is insane.
Grandmaster Claire, you.
I was willing to let go and make a clean break from the Delton family.
They refuse. In that case,
The old scores between us.
should be settled properly.
I get it.
Paige, think this through. Do you know what you're saying?
Paige. Didn't you say 10 years? Claire tried to sell you out. How did it flip around?
What the hell is going on?
Before I sold Claire out, the authorities showed up. I had to play along and say was selling me out. Because I knew you'd all believe me. Claire, she did something to me. That's why my body is out of my control.
Claire. B*TCH.
Paige, is that really true?
It's true. 10 years ago, if you just checked the hotel surveillance, you could have cleared Claire. But all of you trusted too much. You wouldn't waste a second checking it. Ha ha ha. I don't want to say anymore. Stop it. I don't want to say anymore. Claire Delton, what exactly did you do to me? How much more truth am I gonna blurt out?
Claire.
Is the truth clear now? If not, the surveillance footage can verify all of it.
I didn't know.
No. You knew, as a famous lawyer, behind the scenes. You helped Paige clean up who knows how many messes. But when you found out I was the one she sold for the Delton family's reputation, you chose to look away. That's because you knew no one at all would speak up or stand up for me.
No, that's not how it was, Claire.
Jake, why explain anything to her? Paige has lived with us all these years. You don't believe her, but you believe Claire?
Wyatt, shut up.
Why should I shut up? Claire, you don't seriously think that because you exposed the truth, we'd punish Paige and accept you, do you? Let me tell you this. Not in this lifetime. Paige is the family's favorite. Even if she messed up, so what? You doing 10 years for her was exactly what you should have done.
Shut up.
Paige, what are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at the Delton family for being idiots. You tormented your daughter like an enemy, and treated an adopted daughter like me like your precious favorite.
You wretch.
Shut your mouth.
I'll be too.
HH.
Was that just now the adopted daughter's true feelings?
She thinks the Delton family is stupid. Anyone would think the Delton family is stupid. They abandoned their flesh and blood like that. And spoiled an outsider instead.
Mom, Dad. Mom, Dad, it wasn't me. It was her. She used witchcraft on me. She controlled me.
Claire. You. Do you really have that many tricks?
Claire, was that your doing just now? Paige got so strange.
Oh, I get it now. No wonder just now Paige was acting so awful. You did something to her, didn't you? Huh, what kind of dark trick was that?
If the Grandmaster wants to punish someone, why would she need cheap tricks like that?
Mrs. Calvert Sr., Mrs. Calvert Sr., how can you be so sure? Claire is the Grandmaster?
You all saw it yourselves just now, didn't you? Your Delton family sure raised a fine adopted daughter. Would any person do something like that?
Could it be? Could Claire really be? Is it true? This
Can't be true, maybe.
She found a real master in prison. Been 10 years. Anything could have happened. If that's true. Our Delton family
May have brought disaster on ourselves.
Impossible. I don't believe she's the new Grandmaster. Used dark magic. Cheap trick. Where's the photo? Bring that photo. Don't fool everyone.
So easily, to put on a show for Claire.
You. Give it to her.
You need to learn the hard way, don't you?
All of you, look. It does look like her, but it's been 10 years. Could she look different now?
Yeah, 10 years ago. I can't remember what she looked like.
This photo is definitely Claire.
Claire did look something like this 10 years ago. But after 10 years, she feels a little different now. Ollie, weren't you three who picked Claire up? Look at the photo in Claire now.
Is it the same face?
Back then? I hated her then. I didn't look closely.
All I wanted was to get back and be with Paige. I barely looked at her.
You're her actual brothers. How could you treat a girl who'd just gotten out of prison worse than a stranger? Huh?
No need to make it complicated. Remove Claire's veil and compare to the photo. Wouldn't that settle it?
This veil was formed through a pact between me and 38 blood relatives of the Delton family, including their descendants.
I've cut them off.
At most, you'd be punished by heaven for dishonoring your ancestor, but you'd still have a slim chance to live. If the veil comes off, the Delton family won't leave a soul alive and will be wiped out completely.
Claire, quit talking. No one left alive? You're a Delton too?
Since I've cut ties,
I'm no longer with them.
Claire, drop the act. You wave the Grandmaster's name around and go out scamming people. Today I'll expose who you really are.
Paige, what are you doing there?
Come here, the blood pact is broken.
the Delton family's fate is running out.
They brought that on themselves. They dared make the new Grandmaster suffer such humiliation, even skinning them alive. Wouldn't be too much. Now, open your eyes and look closely. See who the new Grandmaster really is.
Wicked. Wretched fools. You blind, idiotic lot. You've brought a disaster on us. You've ruined the Delton family's century of legacy.
Claire, why didn't you tell us sooner?
Who you really were. Did you ever believe me? Did you ever believe me? 10 years ago, because of one thing Paige Delton said, I was falsely sent to prison. No matter how I explained, you never believed me. Because in your heart, from beginning to end, you only thought Paige Delton as your daughter.
Not true.
You're my daughter too.
Then when they forced me just now to sign the dissolution contract, did it ever cross your mind that you had a daughter like me? It's come to this. I have nothing left to say. Bye. Take care.
Claire, don't go, Claire, no matter what. You're still a daughter of the Delton family, aren't you?
Yeah. Before. It was all a misunderstanding. Now that we've cleared the air, isn't that enough, huh, Claire?
No matter what, you've got the Delton family's blood running through you. 10 years ago, you were out there on your own. It was the Delton family that took you back in and spared you from all that trouble. No matter what. We still.
Not long after the Delton took me back, I was falsely imprisoned. Should I thank the Delton family for sending me to prison?
This really is the contract I sent over. She really is the new Grandmaster. The Delton family, my dad.
Though I've let go of my obsession and resolve is firm, Delton family still has many innocent people. You may be spared death, but you won't escape punishment. Starting today, you all will pay for what you all have done.
Grandmaster Claire, please wait. Grandmaster Claire, protect the Calvert family. I'll give everything to repay you.
The Barker family will too. Protect us, Grandmaster Claire.
Right now, I've just cut ties with the Delton family. I need to choose carefully. Please go back. Once I've made my choice, I'll send someone to notify you both.
Grandmaster Claire. Please forgive me, Grandmaster Claire. I didn't mean to offend you. It's just that my family's matter is urgent. So, in my panic, I offended Grandmaster Claire.
It's fine. Mrs. Calvert Sr. Evil energies in your bones. Has something happened in your home lately?
You're right, Grandmaster Claire. Please save my husband. This is. Someone used this against my husband.
Not just your husband. Within 3 days, everyone closest to him will die.
What? Please help us, Grandmaster Claire, save the Calvert family.
Don't worry, Mrs. Calvert Sr. The Calvert family's matter. I'm taking it on.
Doctor. How's my father now?
Prepare for the funeral as soon as you can.
How did it end up like this?
This is your family's fault. You insisted on cutting off Claire Delton. You've dragged us all to death, I think. You people are the Delton family's curse.
You.
Jamie. You've gone too far.
What did I say wrong? Claire Delton is your real sister. She's your parents' flesh and blood. If any of you had treated her a little better, she wouldn't be so heartless toward the Delton family today. Sending your own daughter, your sister, to prison. Even villains wouldn't do something like that.
Jamie, how can you say that Mom and Dad only did it to protect the Delton family's name? They had no choice.
You brat.
Jamie.
Jamie.
The Delton family. It's not some adopted girl's place to lecture me.
Mom.
Jamie. Whether Paige is my birth daughter or not, she'll always be daughter. From now on. I don't want to hear that again.
Mary, don't blame me for speaking bluntly. Ever since Claire Delton came back to this family, everything that's happened, how is any of it unrelated to her? Maybe she's the evil one.
I didn't. How can you accuse me?
Jamie, you saw Paige grow up. What kind of person she is, don't you know that?
Yeah, Jamie. Since little, Paige has been kind-hearted. Wouldn't even step on Aunt. How could she? Enough. Isn't this messy enough already?
Forcing Claire Delton to sign disownment contract. Everyone here is involved.
Jake, who would have thought that Claire Delton, who went to prison, would suddenly turn into the new Grandmaster?
A huge blessing came right to our door, and we still couldn't grab it. And we offended Grandmaster Claire. This time, the Delton family is doomed.
Not necessarily. Jake, we were all fooled by Claire.
Oliver, what do you mean by that?
Earlier, Mrs. Calvert Sr. claimed she'd gotten a photo of the new Grandmaster, and the person in it was Claire Delton. Do you know who gave her that photo?
Who?
A fellow inmate from the same prison.
What? An inmate?
A photo from an inmate. How could that be trusted? I looked into it. While in prison, Claire Delton even took her as master.
I've heard prisons are full of con artists. Claire couldn't have. How could she take him as her master? So,
Claire Delton and that inmate worked together to pull off a scam.
Claire Delton really know how to play. Ah. Even the mighty Calvert family was fooled by her.
If Claire Delton is a fake, then why Mr. Delton Sr. cough blood and pass out?
Well,
I remember. When Claire first came back. Out of jealousy, Mom and Dad favoring me. She once put something in my drink. Could this time be the same?
Her. She must have used a dirty trick to do it.
That ungrateful girl, just to get back at us. She actually did something that disgraceful.
Claire. You've really disappointed me.
and I just got word that Claire Delton is on her way to the Calvert family.
She's taking her scam to them now. The Calvert family isn't so easy to fool. Unless. Does she really have some skill? Sir. Mr. Calvert Sr. passed away. This is the obituary the Calvert family sent. A short while ago, Mr. Calvert Sr. passed away from illness. He's dead? What's Claire Delton going there? 4.
Whatever she's doing, she can't exactly raise the dead, can she?
Then this time, she's picked the wrong fight.
Maybe we can use the Calvert family's funeral to expose Claire Delton's schemes in public. And make her come to her senses.
Matt, you have to seize this chance. Make Greyhaven's elite family see Claire Delton for who she is. Otherwise, with the Delton family under her heel, we'll never recover.
Don't worry, Jake. This time, I'm going to teach that ungrateful daughter a lesson.
Welcome, Grandmaster Claire. This way, please. I see. Grandmaster Claire. These people are all descendants of the Calvert family. I specifically told them to wait here for your arrival.
How thoughtful.
Claire Delton? What is a convict like you doing at the Calvert house? What bad luck.
Mrs. Calvert Sr., why hit my son for no reason? He disrespect Grandmaster Claire. Grandma went easy on him, not breaking his leg. How can you talk about your brother like that? Where are your manners? You.
Rachel is right. Silas disrespected Grandmaster Claire. He deserved that.
Grandma, have you lost your mind? Claire Delton is just a convict. How could she possibly?
If you disrespect Grandmaster Claire again, I'll break your legs. Grandmaster Claire. Please come in.
This. You've already prepared the funeral. Why ask me to come?
This. Who did this? It was Noah Calvert.
Mom, I saw. Dad had already stopped breathing. I just wanted him to be laid to rest sooner.
You idiot. Before I left, what did I tell you? Before I got back, no one was allowed near your father's body. Didn't you understand that? Thankfully, Grandmaster Claire is here. Everything can still be saved. Why are you still standing there? Why aren't you taking your father to his room?
All right.
Mrs. Calvert Sr.
Please prepare sandalwood.
And a bath barrel. I need to bathe and burn incense. Wash off the bad luck from the Delton family.
All right. I'll have someone get it ready now.
Honey, do you think the new Grandmaster could bring Dad back?
Dad, I've already sent out all Grandpa's obituaries. If Grandma finds out, she'll kill me.
What are you panicking for? When the soul is gone, the lamp dies. Even if a god came today, he couldn't be saved.
I never noticed before, Claire Delton is gorgeous. Way prettier than Paige Delton. If I'd known, I'd have gone after her.
Look in a mirror. Think you're good enough?
You.
It's not too late.
The lamp's already out. She can't bring him back.
Found it.
Grandmaster Claire. This is
What killed Mr. Calvert Sr.
The murder weapon? What is it?
This is a lamp used in ancient funeral rites. Its wick was made from the hair of tens of thousands of soldiers. Its flame burns the cursed soul until the soul is gone and the lamp dies.
You mean Dad's in a coma? Because someone cursed him with this lamp?
exactly
Exactly.
Mom,
Grandma.
who could be so cruel to use such a vicious method to take Mr. Calvert Sr.'s life?
Mrs. Calvert Sr., what you don't know is this isn't even the cruelest part of the curse.
Grandmaster Claire. Please tell us.
A living soul enslaved by the lamp can't enter the cycle of rebirth. It will be trapped forever inside the soul lamp, suffering endlessly.
Grandma, Mom.
Careful, Mrs. Calvert Sr.
Claire, is there a way to save my father?
There is a way, but I don't know whether Mrs. Calvert Sr. can handle the truth.
Grandmaster Claire. Please speak freely.
Find the soul lamp's owner and drip their blood into the lamp. If it lights again, there's still a sliver of hope. Mr. Calvert. What I said is right, isn't it?
How would I know if that's right? Why are you asking me?
It's late. Why is Larry sneaking around now? I'm gonna see what he's up to. I remember now. This lamp. Larry brought it back.
Noah Calvert.
You, Mom, she's lying. How could I have brought it back? That lamp was always sitting by Grandpa's bedside. How could I be the one who brought it?
I recorded all of it. Take a look.
Is this it?
Grandma.
This ungrateful son.
Grandma.
Mom!
Thank you. Grandmaster Claire.
Mom! No. That's not what happened.
You ungrateful son. Why? How could you use such a vile, twisted method to hurt your own father?
Mom! I swear to God, I was Dad's favorite son. I never wanted to hurt him. Had to be the Weston Calvert. He set me up on purpose. That's why he made her say that.
Noah, how can you make that up? Why would I have Rachel frame you? And why would I hurt Dad?
You're jealous of me. Your jealous mom and dad were good to me, their adopted son. So you set me up on purpose.
Grandmaster Claire just said as long as the owner's blood is dripped into the soul lamp, the flame will reignite. Noah. Your turn.
Mom, you know I have hemophilia. Even a tiny cut won't stop bleeding. How could I use my own blood to curse Dad?
I never said. The person casting the curse needed blood as a trigger. Mr. Calvert. How did you know that?
I guessed.
Guards. Take blood from Noah.
Look, nothing changed. It wasn't me. Not me.
I see.
Claire. Why is that? Why? Didn't the lamp reignite?
Obviously because Claire Delton is a liar. Oliver Delton. Claire Delton is your own sister. If she became the new Grandmaster, then for the Delton family, that's a huge honor. How can you call her a fraud?
I only just found out that Claire Delton actually dared to pose as the new Grandmaster and fool everyone.
How dare you? I've seen the photo myself. Grandmaster Claire is someone and nobody like you gets to slander.
Mrs. Calvert Sr., what you don't know is, the photo you saw was fake.
That was Claire Delton.
And another ex-con running a scam.
What? This.
That's right. In prison, Claire Delton took an ex-con as her master. That ex-con was a complete con artist.
Claire, even if you want revenge on the Delton family, you didn't have to take someone like that as your master. You've humiliated the Delton family.
Still no remorse.
We should have let you rot in prison.
Claire Delton. You've really disappointed me.
It's my fault for not disciplining her. That's how this ungrateful daughter got this bold enough to impersonate the new Grandmaster. Unforgivable.
Grandmaster Claire. This.
You keep saying I'm an imposter. Do you have proof?
This lamp didn't relight, that's your proof. You're not the new Grandmaster. So you can't find the murderer and you can't save Mr. Calvert Sr. Claire, stop being reckless. If you keep this up, you'll get someone killed.
When did I say? His blood could relight the lamp.
Claire Delton, you're still talking tough? You've shamed the Delton family enough.
I already cut ties with the Delton family. How am I shaming them?
You.
You're awfully full of yourself.
You.
Claire, apologize to Mom and Dad now. Stop lying to Mrs. Calvert Sr.
Take your filthy hand off me. You disgust me.
Paige.
Paige. Paige.
Paige, are you okay?
Claire, I was trying to help you come to your senses. Why would you treat me like this?
Claire Delton. Since you're this ungrateful, don't blame me for forgetting we're family.
What? You want to send me back in again? You think you can?
Go ahead and try.
Enough. This is the Calvert family home. It's not a place people from the Delton family should misbehave.
Mrs. Calvert Sr., please calm down.
Grandmaster Claire. You said only the blood of the one who cast it could reignite the lamp. So does it mean that the killer could be someone else?
Someone will soon tell you who the killer is.
Who?
It's him.
Claire, are you trying to make someone who's almost dead talk? You don't need to make up something this ridiculous.
Claire Delton. I used to think you were stupid. I didn't realize you'd gone crazy too.
A brain really is useful. Sadly, you've never had one.
You. Mom. Don't let her fool you anymore. The Calvert family home isn't some place where you can spread your lies.
How dare you?
That look in her eyes was terrifying. That's not the look a normal person would have.
Ungrateful girl. Apologize to Mr. Calvert and Mrs. Sr. right now.
Ordering me around. Who do you think you are?
You. How did you get over there?
Because he's awake.
Dad. Dad's awake.
Darling. You're finally awake.
My dear wife. Sorry I worried you.
Grandpa, let me help you.
Thank you, Grandmaster Claire, for saving my life.
Impossible. How did you do that? He was obviously dead. Wasn't his soul gone? And the lamp went out along with it?
See? The killer couldn't keep it together.
It was you. You harmed your own father. You animal.
No, that's not it. Didn't you say something about some lamp? You played me?
Bringing back the dead, restoring flesh. If I can't even do that, then I don't deserve the title of the Grandmaster. As for playing you, if you say I did, then I did.
I'll kill you.
I'll kill you. You animal. I raised you like my own son. I even left all my property to you. You still weren't satisfied. You even wanted to kill me.
You brought this on yourself. Compared to being family head, what do your assets matter? You are actually going to give the head's position to Weston Calvert. Can't accept that. I won't accept it that you're giving it to Weston Calvert, that loser.
Dad. You were going to pass the family headship to me? I always thought you hated me. You've always been steady and kind. Of course you're more fit than your older brother to lead the Calvert family. The reason I favored your older brother was because you and your mother were saved by his mother. What is going on?
Back then, I went home to visit family. My water suddenly broke. That day, it was pouring rain. On the road, there wasn't a soul in sight. Your older brother's mother passed by and saved me. She carried me to the hospital. But on her way back, she got in a car accident. Sadly, she died.
I never meant to let you carry all this. But I ended up hurting you by accident. All of this. I should have told you sooner. So that's what happened. Dad, Mom. All these years, I was the one who didn't understand. I wrongly blamed you.
Now. It's time to settle our score.
Who do you think you are? You think you can settle scores with us? My hand, what did you do to me?
I will make you understand that. You shouldn't mess with me. Consequence isn't one you can handle.
Ungrateful girl. How dare you lay a hand on your own brother? The Delton family really did raise an ungrateful brat. I'll beat you senseless today.
Honey.
It has to be her. In prison, she must have learned awful things. And now she's using them all on Dad.
It had to be her. Grandpa coughed up blood and passed out. Delton family's bad luck is all her work.
Claire, haven't you done enough? Dad almost died because of you. Doesn't your conscience bother you?
Claire Delton. Won't you stop until you've killed this whole family?
All along, the Delton family brought this on itself.
We brought this on ourselves? 10 years ago, didn't you almost ruin Paige?
Talking to idiots is so boring. I tell you the truth, and you don't believe. You're more annoying than flies. I'm ordering you to look into what happened 10 years ago and find out the truth. When you do, stay away from me. Don't bother me again.
Yes.
Don't go. Don't believe her. How could I use my own innocence to frame her? Oliver. Oliver. You'd rather believe her than believe me? Is that it? Oliver. If I have to die to prove I'm innocent, then I'll do that.
Paige. Oliver. Oliver.
Your little sister's threatening suicide, and you still believe her?
What just happened?
I raised Paige myself. Her character is something I know best. But you, from the day you were brought home, you've caused trouble everywhere. You've disgraced the Delton family.
Delton Sr. You saw it yourself, right? This ungrateful girl is no good. She's vicious. You absolutely must not trust her.
I'm not senile. What's true and what's false, I see clearly. Ms. Delton is the Grandmaster. The Calvert family honors. If any of you dare show her the slightest disrespect again, you will be enemies of the Calvert family.
What do you mean by that?
You idiots, even now. You won't wake up. And you're still trying to stir things up. Grandmaster Claire saved the Calvert family in our darkest hour. Who are you to slander her? Guards,
What are you trying to do?
throw these blind fools. Who dare defend Grandmaster Claire out of here?
So this is the game the Calvert family wants to play? I'll remember this. Don't regret it.
Get out.
Let's go.
Grandmaster Claire has been subjected to such slander because my family didn't deal with these people in time. Please punish us, Grandmaster Claire.
They are mere fools, hardly worth mentioning. The fate is sealed. Now we just wait for it to unfold.
There's no wind. How could this bell ring on its own?
It's resentment.
Resentment?
Looks like there's a new obsession.
Grandmaster Claire. Is there anything else you need our help with?
Mrs. Calvert Sr., please help me find someone.
Our family will do everything we can. Please, give us your orders.
A girl. 20 years old. Half a year ago. She died in a fire.
Grandmaster Claire, this is the file on the girl you asked us to find. Her name was Nova Keene. She was the Keene family's second daughter. Half a year ago, she was trapped in Keene Manor. Half a year ago, she was and died in an accidental fire.
Accidental?
Yes, but strangely enough, Keene Manor is on the far north end of Stonecross, but ever since Mr. Keene passed away 10 years ago, the Keene family has been living in their current residence. And the two homes are far apart. No one knows why Ms. Keene ran there in the middle of the night.
Obviously. Someone took her there.
Mean? Ms. Keene's death wasn't an accident?
This bell can only be rung by the resentful spirit of the dead. And some time ago, the spirit that rang it was Nova Keene.
What?
It looks like I need to visit the Keene residence.
Such intense malice. Is that Nova?
Lord says, Ms. Keene was burned to death in this house. So her soul is trapped here forever, for all eternity, tormented by flames. Mrs. Keene, please forgive my inability to help.
Pastor, please, save my daughter. I truly have no other options left. I've tried all methods, new and old. I'm begging you. Please save my daughter. Save her.
That is possible. But,
Please. If you'll save my daughter, I'll pay whatever it takes. Even if it costs me my life, I'll give it willingly.
well, seeing how sincere you are, I'll help you out. This ritual can only be completed with the blood of an immediate family member.
Lila, you're next.
The parent's blood is enough. Anyone else's would only ruin the effect.
Once all this is done, my daughter will finally be at peace.
With a mother as stupid as you, your daughter won't have peace. Your daughter, with a mother as stupid as you, won't have peace.
Who are you?
I'm Claire Delton. The Keene family invited me to perform Ms. Keene's rites.
You hired someone else too?
No. We only invited you.
Then hurry up and throw this woman out.
Ms. Delton. Today our family is holding rites for our late daughter. We truly don't have the energy to host you. Please leave.
Fool. If you let do this, your daughter will be doomed forever.
What did you say?
I said. When your daughter was alive, you failed to protect her and let her be murdered, burned to death in the flames. And now you're still blind to the truth, letting this half-baked fraud shake her soul, so she'll never rest in peace.
What do you mean by that? Are you saying my daughter's death wasn't an accident, that someone killed her?
Stop spreading lies here. My daughter's death was clearly an accident. Yet here you are making wild accusations, disturbing my dead daughter's peace. What?
Then let me ask you this. For your own selfish gain, you set the fire yourself and burned your own daughter to death. Aren't you afraid of going to hell?
You're making accusations. Mariah, don't eat her nonsense. Let the missionary continue, so our daughter can rest in peace.
Do you really want your daughter to rest in peace, or be damned forever?
Ms. Delton. You can't say things like that. Ivan is Nova's father. How could he kill his own daughter? I know who you are now. You're that ex-con the Deltons threw out, Claire Delton. She's best friend, Paige Delton's sister. I heard she pretended to be the new Grandmaster and got disowned, but she never changed. She came here to scam us.
So she's that Delton family jinx. No wonder she's full of lies.
Claire Delton. Ruining the Deltons wasn't enough? Now you've come to the Keene family to stir up trouble and sow discord. Someone. Throw this uninvited jinx out right now.
All of you, stop.
Mom? Why are you here?
Miss Delton is my invited guest. Let's see who dares touch her.
Mom. How could you invite her here? She's Delton's ex-con daughter.
Shut up. In this family, you don't get to lecture me. Guards. Take this ridiculous fraud into custody. After I deal with this, I'll settle accounts with you. I just heard from Mrs. Calvert Sr. that the new Grandmaster was coming. Forgive me for not welcoming you sooner.
Has the old lady gone senile? Why is she being so respectful to some young girl?
Mom, what did you call Ms. Delton? Grandma, my best friend said this Claire Delton is a fraud. She wrecked the Delton family. You mustn't.
Shut up. If you insult Grandmaster Claire again, you will leave the Keene family. Grandmaster Claire, why did you just say my granddaughter was murdered?
She came to me.
Who? You mean Nova?
What utter nonsense. Nova's been dead for 6 months. How could she have gone to you?
These past 6 months. She's probably visiting you every night too.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Ms. Delton. Nova really has been dead for 6 months. How could she possibly have come to you?
What if I said? She often comes to you too? Would that help you remember anything?
You mean? Ever since Nova died, I often dream of a pair of hands grabbing me and running, trying to hurt me. When I wake up, these scratches appear on my arms.
She isn't hurting you. On the contrary, she's protecting you.
What?
The evil ghosts each of us fears. Often, the very people someone else longs for day and night.
You mean? The person in my dreams is my Nova?
Exactly.
Delton's lies really do come easy. If that really is Nova, and she's trying to protect Mariah, then why would she leave such serious injuries on Mariah?
Exactly. Don't let her fool you. Nova was sweet and lovely. How could she bear to hurt you?
Ms. Delton. What exactly is going on?
Let me ask you. Whenever you dream that you're about to be dragged away, you suddenly wake up?
Yes. In the dream every night, I'm conscious, but my body just won't move. Then when those hands appear, I wake up right away.
You got woken up by fear.
Didn't you ever wonder why you keep falling into that kind of dream?
6 months ago, I started having these symptoms. I've felt groggy every day since. Nova. It's my Nova.
Nonsense. Nova's been dead 6 months.
Mr. New. Daughter passed away. But why does it feel like you're not sad at all?
It's not like that. I just think life has to go on. If I didn't love Nova, why would I bring in all those people? To perform rites for her soul?
Rites for her soul? Do soul rites require binding cords and building one octagonal well in the backyard?
What octagonal well? Don't know what you're talking about. There is no such well in our backyard.
Yes, Ms. Delton. I've never seen any well back there.
No. In the backyard, there really was a well.
Mom, what are you talking about? I've never seen it.
When you were little, that well was still there.
But One time.
You fell into it.
Your father. Someone.
Seal it up after that. So, you don't have any memory of that well.
That well has been restored by your husband. It's turned into a spirit-binding well, and the soul trapped inside is your daughter, Nova Keen.
This is getting ridiculous. Guards, throw this babbling, crazy woman out right now.
If you want to know whether I'm telling the truth, come with me to backyard. You'll know when you see it.
Stop right there. You arrogant woman. Who do you think you are, coming into the Keen family and causing trouble?
Ah. Dad.
Mariah. Don't tell me, you suspect me. And don't trust me.
Ivan. We're going to look in the backyard. If there's nothing there, that'll prove you're innocent.
Mariah. Well? Open your eyes and look closely.
Besides the pool,
Where's the spirit binding well? Now then. What else do you have to say?
Mom. Grandma, you both saw that, right? She's acting and spouting nonsense. We come to the back often. Where would a well come from? Looks. She just can't stand the Keen family lately, so she came here to pick a fight just to throw our home into chaos.
Mariah, you see it clearly now, don't you? This woman is all lies. Since she walked in, she's been making wild claims. A stray dog abandoned by her family. Can't stand seeing anyone else happy.
Ms. Delton. You barged in and ruined my daughter's ceremony. I won't blame you. But now, shouldn't you give me a reasonable explanation?
Enough. Grandmaster Claire hasn't even explained what happened yet, and you're already rushing out here to yap. Be careful not to speak too confidently, or you'll slip up.
Explain? What's there for her to explain? A convict not even her own parents or family could accept. What lies couldn't she make up? Mom, you've gone senile. You got fooled by a low-life con artist like her, and even brought her here to stir up trouble.
You.
Mariah. Look at this. Mom believed this woman's lies, and that's why she turned a perfectly good ritual into a total disaster. She made the Keen family the laughingstock of the whole city. This Claire Delton is a curse. Nothing but bad luck. Mom, Mariah, Delton family. Should be a warning for us.
Grandma, Dad's right. Who knows? What kind of spell Claire Delton put on you to make you trust her this much? You'd rather believe an outsider than your own son and your own granddaughter.
Ms. Delton, how dare you exploit an old woman's kindness and her grief for her granddaughter to con her? Do you have no conscience?
The well was sealed. Seeing water. The well's been sealed at bottom of the dark flames are bound below. A clever setup. Too bad. An illusion. Is still just an illusion. Too bad. An illusion is still just an illusion.
Stop.
Break.
What are you doing? Ah.
Reveal.
This.
It really is a well.
How is that possible?
What happened to the pool?
Ivan Nuth.
You evil wretch.
Let's hear what you say now.
Sorcery. This has to be sorcery. Don't believe her, anyone.
Ivan Nuth. Your little show is over.
Nova. It really is my Nova. Ivan Nuth. What the hell did you do to Nova?
Claire. Mrs. Keene's food was indeed laced by Ivan Nuth with a slow-acting poison. Here's the lab report.
Ivan Nuth, your daughter, found out about your scheme with Valeria Kenna, and that's why she was killed. Isn't that right?
Where's Dad and Lila?
Going this late? What took so long?
I got so anxious.
BTCH lately. Hasn't been sleeping well. I waited till she fell asleep before I could come out.
Right.
BTCH's medicine. Almost finished. Did you bring the new batch?
Of course. Then from now on.
Didn't we already agree?
Once that woman dies,
And we get the money, Lila can then call you mom.
That's great. Soon I'll finally be able to call you mom openly.
Back then, we swapped out Mariah's daughter for our own daughter.
Lila's had to spend all these years calling me auntie.
Now, our family can finally be together.
Who's there? Who is it?
Dad.
You little brat.
Dad. Let go of me. Help.
You were after Keene family fortune. You conspired with Valeria Kenna, and years ago, you switched the Keene bloodline, letting illegitimate daughter, Lila Keene, take Nova Keene's. After it came out, you actually murdered your own daughter. Actions are condemnable. So is your heart.
How could you possibly know all this?
Your daughter told me herself.
Impossible. That's impossible. She couldn't come out. I personally hired someone to do it.
Ivan Nuth. Valeria Kenna. You're monsters. Give me back my daughter. Give me back my Nova. I'll kill you both.
Cursed family.
What a cursed family. What did the Keene family ever do to deserve this? And have a pair of monsters hurt my granddaughter. And my daughter too.
Get back. Ha ha ha. Yeah. I did it. So what? Everything the King family had should have been mine, and that little B asterisk TCH Nova. She was your daughter with your ex-husband. Not mine.
What happened?
He was noisy, so I made him quiet for a while. He can quietly feel your daughter's pain. He'll stand here for 49 days. After enduring 49 days of burning agony, your daughter will be full at peace. Keep this jade pendant to remember her by.
Ivan Nuth. Do you feel it now? My Nova was in that much pain too. That hopeless.
This
This is the payback you deserve.
Ms. Delton, Grandmaster Claire. I'm sorry, I was wrong. It really wasn't me. It was him. He forced me. He wanted the Keene family fortune. He planned all of this. I was forced into it.
Yeah, it was all Dad. He made us do it. Please spare us, Grandmaster Claire, please let us go.
Forced you? Sorry. I don't think so. You enjoyed everything you stole from the Keene family, and now you claimed you were forced. And you hope to wipe all your sins away? What goes around comes around. Every debt you owe, down to the last cent. will be repaid.
Is there another vengeful spirit?
Okay,
I'll find out who it is.
no need. I know who he is. This is the head of the Delton family. My grandfather. The one I knew.
Head of the Delton family. Is already gone? So soon? You said only resentful spirits could ring this bell. Does mean Mr. Delton Sr.'s death was suspicious?
Death ends debts, Grandpa, while you were alive. You barely spared me a glance. But since you've come to me, I won't let you die without uncovering the truth. Let's go. To the Delton family.
Yes.
Dad. You spent your whole life doing good. Who would have thought? In the end, you go so suddenly. You didn't even leave a single last word for us.
This is all your family's fault. You gave birth to a curse.
It's all Claire Delton's fault. It's all on her. She damaged Delton family's luck. That's why Grandpa got worked up and never recovered. Ultimately, he died without the truth coming out.
My fault. The person my sister always hated most is me. If I'd just left when she first came back, maybe none of this would have happened.
That girl is trouble I can't escape. Back then, I never should have taken her back. I really never imagined this. You people in the Delton family are this blind and clueless. You're being played by an adopted daughter who is as cunning as a snake.
Claire Delton, you killed Grandpa, still dared to come?
If I didn't, he'd never rest in peace.
You ungrateful, disloyal daughter. You harmed Grandpa. And now you're cursing him saying he can't rest? What the hell is wrong with you? Did he rest in peace?
Why? You see for yourselves?
Oh my.
Dad's eyes, why aren't they closed?
They were closed before.
Could be that. Dad still has unfinished business?
Claire. Grandpa couldn't rest in peace because of you. Did you forget how you upset him while he was alive?
I haven't. But the one who made him angry wasn't me. It was you clueless idiots calling yourselves his family.
Claire Delton, you're asking for it.
Claire. Why'd you say Mr. Delton Sr. couldn't rest in peace?
He told me.
What?
Claire. Enough of fantasy of being the new Grandmaster. You think trick fooled the Calvert family. So it'll fool us too?
Haven't you heard us enough already? Now you want to drag Grandpa down too?
Yeah. Claire. Grandpa's already dead. No matter how much you hate Delton family, you shouldn't cause a scene at his funeral and stop him from resting in peace.
Resting in peace? Can someone who was murdered ever be at peace?
What? What murder?
Dad didn't die of illness, but he was murdered.
You brat. What happened? Explain clearly.
I didn't kill him. How would I know the details? Why don't you ask your precious daughter, Paige Delton? She knows better than anyone. She knows better than anyone.
Nonsense are you saying? How no?
Enough. Claire Delton, you're slandering Paige? Paige is sweet and sensible. How could she hurt Grandpa?
If you don't believe me, fine. I have a duty to tell you this. If the dead carry resentment, they can't move on and will keep wandering this world. Pain.
Claire. I believe you. You need to tell me. Why you suspect Paige Delton?
Brother. Ollie.
Dad raised the three of us all by himself. I can't let him die without the truth coming out.
I believe you too. if there's anything suspicious about Dad's death. I swear I won't let that person off.
You animal. When I gave birth to you, I really should have drowned in a wash basin.
Don't worry. I never liked being your daughter either.
You keep saying. Grandpa's death was suspicious. And that Paige was involved. Where's evidence? If you can't show proof today.
The evidence is in Paige Delton's bedroom. Search it. And you'll find it. It's in Paige Delton's bedroom. Search it. You'll find it.
What's that about? My room doesn't have anything.
Whether it does or not, we'll know after a search.
Uncle. I'm not letting you go. Just because of an ex-convict's words, you can't go and violate my privacy.
Your privacy?
Are you out of your mind? Everything you eat, wear, use came from the Delton family, and searching your room now is violating your privacy? I want to see what exactly is in your room that you're hiding that cannot be revealed. Let's go.
No, you can't.
Hey! Claire Delton. Happy? You turned a perfectly good family into a complete mess. Satisfied now?
What? You want to blame me too?
Does Grandpa have a lot to tell us?
You could say that.
Paige Delton, are you a dog? You bit me till I bled.
No one's going in my room. None of you go in my room. Wyatt. Dear. Paige was sweet and sensible since childhood. How could she harm Mr. Delton Sr.? That girl never said one truthful word. What she said can't be trusted.
That's right. Watched Paige grow up. How can you doubt her because of an outsider?
Uncle. 10 years ago, Claire Delton already harmed Paige once. Can't let Paige be harmed a second time.
Dad.
Everybody move. I'll search it myself. I'll search myself, Dad.
You suspect Paige too?
If Paige really did nothing wrong, then I believe no one could frame her, right? Move. You. Get over here.
Mom.
Claire Delton. Where's evidence you mentioned?
The evidence is under the pillow.
There's no evidence. Claire Delton, how long are you going to keep lying?
The evidence is right here.
Dad's will? Why is it here? Paige. None of us has ever seen Grandpa's will. How could it be with you? Grandpa's will, none of us has seen it. How did it end up with you?
I don't know, Dad. I really don't know anything. This thing must have been put here by Claire Delton to frame me.
I put it here to frame you. And I'd write in the will. After Mr. Delton Sr. dies, all his assets would be transferred into your name?
What? Everything goes to her?
Paige. What is going on? Grandpa inheritance. How could it go to you?
Why shouldn't it all be mine? Do you know why you've never seen a will all these years? Because he never made one. document. Made by me. It needed his signature. That old man thought he had years left. He refused to sign it.
Paige. Did Claire Delton do to you again?
Idiots. This time, no one did anything to me. I was going to keep up the act until the time was right and grab more before I left, but now? Done pretending. I'm coming clean. Anyway, everything the Delton family owns is all mine.
So, to make Grandpa sign that will, you killed him.
I wasn't planning to touch him. He was a useless old man who could not understand anything. Him alive wasn't a threat to me, but then, he told me. Even if I got a signed will, once he recovered, he'd redo it. The Delton family descendants would split the estate equally. You, Wyatt Delton, and Claire Delton, everyone but me. I'm who's lived with the Deltons for decades, and he was giving me nothing. Tell me, didn't he deserve to die?
You animal. How could you do that? He was your grandfather.
We're not related by blood. What kind of grandfather is that?
Paige, how you say that? He raised you.
Then he should have given me all the good in the Delton family. It should have all gone to me. It was mine.
So you stayed with the Deltons for money, power, status, all those so-called good things?
What else? Please. Do you really think I liked playing sweet and pleasing you? Every day I had to act like someone I'm not. It was exhausting. But now it's different. Now everything the Delton family owns belongs to me. Ha! I won't have to live by your rules anymore. I'm going to live like royalty now. Ha 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 ha.
You animal. You're no better.
And that old man too. If he believed sooner Claire Delton was the new grandmaster, the Delton family would have struck it rich already.
Paige Delton, shut up.
What? Your whole family is unbelievably stupid.
10 years ago, when you said Claire drugged you, was that you framing her too?
That's right. It was me. You Deltons are idiots. Because of what I claimed, you sent Claire Delton to prison. You're stupid. Serves you right, your line dies out.
Guards! Take this animal into custody. Send her to the police.
Call the police. Telling you. Everything you Deltons own, it's mine. I'm gonna live better than all of you.
Wait. Where's the will? Where did it go? The will. Grandpa took it back. Now, you can take her away.
Claire Delton. I won't spare you, even as a ghost.
Then say that. When you're one. Take her. Obsession is gone. It's time for you to leave.
Claire! What happened? Grandpa's eyes.
I'm sorry. This wish. I can't grant it. Go. For you. And for them. It's for the best.
Claire. What was Grandpa's last wish?
He wanted me to come home. Too bad. This place isn't my home.